Gaming phones continue to carve out their own niche in the smartphone world. While many devices today can handle games reasonably well, only a few are designed with features that genuinely improve the gaming experience. That's where the Nubia Neo 5 Pro comes in. This is Nubia's latest gaming-focused smartphone, and on paper, it offers a promising mix of performance and gamer-centric features. It comes with a high refresh rate OLED display, shoulder triggers, a large battery, bypass charging, and extra software tools aimed specifically at mobile gaming. But as always, specs are only part of the story. The real question is, how far does the Nubia Neo 5 Pro 5G perform in delivering consistently smooth gaming experience across both demanding and competitive titles? So let's find out to see how it performs. First things first, let's do a spec rundown. The Nubia Neo 5 Pro features a 6.8-inch 1.5K OLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate. Our unit comes with 12GB of RAM and 256GB of internal storage. It also comes equipped with Neo Triggers 5.0 for that ease of gameplay action. For battery, it packs a large 6210 mAh battery with support for 80 watts fast charging and bypass charging. It runs on myOS 16 based on Android 16. The Nubia Neo 5 Pro is clearly built with gamers in mind, and that becomes obvious the moment you launch a game. The large OLED display offers vibrant colors and deep contrast, while the stereo speakers add extra immersion. More importantly, features like the shoulder triggers and Game Space 5.0 make the phone feel more like a pocket-sized gaming console than a typical smartphone. The Nubia Neo 5 Pro is powered by the Unisoc T9100 chipset with ARM Mali G57 GPU. In benchmark tests, the device scored over 700K points in Antutu version 11, so it has decent overall CPU and GPU performance for both gaming and multitasking. In 3D Mark Wildlife, the phone achieved a score of 2048 with an average frame rate of 1226 FPS. It gives a clearer picture of its graphics capabilities under heavier workloads. These benchmark numbers align well with the actual gaming experience. After spending time testing several popular games, here's how it performs. In shooter games like Delta Force and Garena Free Fire, the phone handled them with ease. On Delta Force, we tested the phone using smooth quality, realistic style, and medium FPS settings. Under this condition, gameplay averaged around 25 FPS and remained stable enough for enjoyable matches. The shoulder triggers proved particularly useful here, allowing faster and more comfortable aiming and shooting. Combined with game space enhancement, the overall experience felt more controlled and immersive. Garena Free Fire runs exceptionally well on the device as well. With ultra graphics enabled, the game maintains a steady 60 FPS without noticeable lag or stuttering. The phone also stays relatively cool during extended sessions. The shoulder triggers are especially helpful in these titles, making it easier to aim and fire quickly during intense matches. For mobile games like Pokemon Unite, the device performs exactly as you would hope. At high settings, the game consistently reaches 60 FPS with smooth animation and responsive controls. Character movement feels precise, and even after several showdowns, the phone exhibits only minimal hit buildup. Mortal Kombat Mobile is a much better showcase of what this phone can do. The game averages around 60 to 70 FPS and feels consistently smooth throughout gameplay. Animations are fluid, touch response is immediate, and executing combos feels fast and precise. Whether you're chaining attacks or reacting to enemy moves, the experience remains stable and enjoyable. At the same time, graphically intensive games reveal the chipset's limitations. Wuthering Waves, one of the most demanding games currently available on mobile, the phone can run the title at the lowest settings with frame rates hovering around 30 FPS. Performance does dip periodically to around 18 to 24 FPS, especially during combat-heavy scenes and exploration in busy areas. Despite these drops, the game remains playable and timing dodges are still manageable. However, increasing the graphics setting quickly pushes the hardware beyond its comfort zone, making the experience noticeably choppy and difficult to enjoy. In practical terms, the numbers tell the same story as the gameplay. This phone is highly capable for esports and mainstream mobile games. However, it is not intended for maxed-out graphics in the most demanding titles. Overall, the Nubia Neo 5 Pro 5G performs very well in competitive and esports-oriented games where high frame rates and responsive controls matter most. While it struggles with graphically demanding titles like Wuthering Waves, it handles popular games such as Free Fire, Pokemon Unite, and Mortal Kombat with ease. The shoulder triggers and game space software are not gimmicks. They provide meaningful advantages and make gameplay more comfortable and engaging. The Nubia Neo 5 Pro is a gaming phone that understands its audience. It may not be powerful enough to run the most demanding games at high graphics settings, but it excels where many mobile gamers spend most of their time: fast-paced competitive titles. The addition of responsive shoulder triggers, bypass charging, stereo speakers with a 120Hz OLED display significantly enhances the experience. For players who prioritize console-level controls and features specifically designing for gaming, the Nubia Neo 5 Pro is a compelling option. It is not trying to be the strongest gaming phone on the market, but it successfully delivers a feature-rich and enjoyable gaming experience that punches well above its class. So, there you have it. What do you think of the Nubia Neo 5 Pro? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you find this video helpful, drop a like, subscribe to our channel, and follow us on our socials for more tech news and reviews. Again, this is Earl and the Nubia Neo 5 Pro 5G, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!